The United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights in the city of Geneva published a statement warning about the increase in number of executions in Iran. It is stated that during the past 7 weeks, at least 80 people have been executed in Iran, and it is likely that this number will rise to 95. On Sunday, the 23rd of February 2014, the International Organization to Preserve Human Rights in Iran held a protest in Trafalgar Square, London. During the past week, Reporters Without Borders condemned the ban of the newspaper called Aseman and requested an immediate reopening of the newspaper. In a letter to Ahmad Shahid, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in Iran, along with 3 labor activist organizations and around 30 labor activists inside and outside of Iran, asked to request that the authorities of the Islamic Republic of Iran unconditionally release an imprisoned labor activist called Reza Shahabi and to allow him to have a medical treatment outside of the prison. A group of teachers and scholars of Qom Seminary expressed their support for those who signed the letter to the president requesting that the siege of the key member of the Green Movement be lifted.
According to reports, Aseman newspaper was prohibited from continuing to operate after the Cultural and Media Court announced that the newspaper has published articles against Islam and was insulting religious sanctities. The mentioned newspaper in an article had referred to vendetta as inhumane. On Sunday the 22nd of February, Vatan newspaper's editor said Hussein Qadiani was summoned to the Cultural and Media Court following a complaint from a government entity.
On the 21st of February, Farhad Hedayati, the head of labor community of Burujet city, announced the closure of Pishroo Masaleh Sharq factory and redundancy of 110 laborers of the factory. He furthermore added that the factory has been closed for the past 15 days due to the lack of financial resources. Musa Hendijani, Maziar Rahim Nezade, Ghulam Hussein Haydari, the Razi petrochemical workers have been tried by the Branch 3 of the Public and Revolutionary Court of the city of Mahshar and charged with disruption of discipline. Morteza Muqaddam, the head of labor community of Ardabil city, announced the dismissal of the president of the Association of the Workers of the Ardabil Steel Factory for following up the workers' demand. Hossein Sayyedi and Morteza Kesalat, 2 trade union activists and member of the Workers' Association of the Bus Company in city of Tehran, have been arrested. Mohammad Saleh, the representative of Yazd city, announced in the parliament the delay of the 6-month salary of 250 workers of the Maybud steel factory. According to the news received, the informal census suggests that there are 7 million child workers in Iran, and half of these children are from the neighboring countries, and the majority of the working children are between 10 to 15 years.
Hossein Farzin, former deputy mayor of Mashhad and a TV director, has been charged with a 15-year prison sentence. According to reports, he was transferred to Vakil Abad prison in Mashhad. On Saturday, the 22nd of February, Razul Bedaki and Shahrukh Zamani were dispatched to public court in Karaj, where the magistrate charged them with rioting in prison, disturbing the peace, and clashing with officers. Mohammad Nourizad, an Iranian writer and filmmaker, on Monday the 24th of February, was beaten and insulted in front of the Information Ministry by the ministry officers. Mr. Nourizad has been visiting the Ministry of Information building every day in an attempt to get back his belongings, which were seized from him. On Wednesday the 26th of February, 3 people charged with rape in Alborz province were hanged in public. They were aged between 25 and 26 years old. Reports indicate that on Wednesday the 26th of February, 4 prisoners in Rajai Shah prison of Karaj were executed by hanging. The 4 prisoners were charged with murder and were convicted of the same punishment, death. On Thursday the 27th of February, a man who committed murder by stabbing a 50-year-old male to death was executed by hanging in the central prison of Mashhad.
On Thursday, the 20th of February 2014, at least 50 activists and Iranian Turk citizens who participated in the International Day of Commemoration of their mother language were arrested. Reporters suggest that tens of the political and civil activists from Azerbaijan region were arrested by the security forces while celebrating the anniversary in the house of Akbar Abdulzadeh, one of the activists from the city of Ahar. On Tuesday, 18th of February 2014, Ahmad Sohrabi, son of a Sunni clergy called Maulavi Muhammad Yusuf Sohrabi, known as Nekachi, was arrested by the security forces. So far, there is no information on his condition and his whereabouts. Last week, 4 Baha'i citizens under the names of Niki Khulusi Aina, Nawa Khulusi Aina, Adib Shu'ai, and Mahsa Mahdavi were sentenced to imprisonment by the Appeal Court of the Province of Khorasan Razavi for their religious beliefs. It is worth mentioning that the mentioned Baha'is have been previously accused of propaganda against the regime and being part of an illegal organization by the Branch 3 of the Revolutionary Court in the city of Mashhad. Last week, 2 dervishes from Bandar Abbas under the name of Jawad Ismaili Sheshdeh, Muhammad Zinai were separately summoned to the intelligence office and interrogated for several hours each. During the interrogation, they were asked information about other dervishes in the city. They were also given implicit warning regarding their jobs as civil servants. Furthermore, The Ahwazi Arab political and civil prisoners in various prisons in Iran have been deprived of medical leave and care. On Wednesday, the 26th of February 2014, the two dervishes prisoners under the name of Hamid Reza Moradi and Mustafa Daneshju, who have been in hospital due to the deterioration of their physical health condition, were suddenly transported back to the branch 350 of Evin prison. More than 20 individuals who recently converted to becoming a Sunni were arrested in city of Ahvaz. On Tuesday, the 25th of February, at the dormitory of Alawi Ahvaz, more than 20 Sunni individuals were arrested during a teaching session of Quran and Arabic. 9 lawyers and human rights activists detained at Evin and Shiraz prison wrote a letter to Hassan Rouhani, Iran's president, calling for an investigation to the treatment of the imprisoned dervishes. On Tuesday, the 25th of February, lawyers and human rights activists campaigning for dervishes held in a section 350 did not participate in the whole meeting in protest at the refusal to transfer Afshin Karampur to receive treatment.
On Thursday, the 20th of February, Section 350 of Evin Prison was searched by the Security Service of Evin Prison, along with help from the intelligence service members and Rajo City prison soldiers. Furthermore, Adnan Hassanpour, a Kurdish political prisoner, after 7 years' sentence in Sanandaj, was deported to Zabul prison to continue his sentence. Mariam Sharbada Qods, a social activist and a teacher, was summoned to court. Her charges, based on complaints made by the Sepah police, were publishing lies and propaganda against the regime.